This is Rockin' with Jam, man. It's with Ascendia. How you doing, man?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
Good, just chilling, enjoying life.
That's good, man. That's fucking awesome.
How's life treating you?
Great. Awesome. It's good now that the pandemic is coming to an end. I mean, for me, it's at an end, so it's nice to get the world back to normal a little bit, It's nice to go out, be able to do some music stuff, release some music, see some concerts, so I'm loving it. How about you?
Good, man, just enjoying life, I did New Kids on the Block the day before.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look at you little ambitious mogul over here. You're gonna be hosting the Oscars in a couple of years.
It was that have you been hearing about that mixtape tour?
No.
So well, it's all the 80 pop stars that like New Kids on the Block, Salt and Peppa and Vogue.
Right on. That's so cool. That's so cool.
Did
you sorry?
I'm doing Rage Against the Machine next week.
No way.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. So how often do you interview people?
Around like every week. If I'm lucky. If I'm not lucky that much, every 2 weeks.
Nice, man. That's awesome. That's a great little schedule you got going on. Do you only do it in the summer, or do you do it all year?
I do it all year.
You do it all year. Cool, man. I remember. How old are you?
I'm 11.
When I was when I was 11, I wouldn't even know how to operate Skype. Well, we didn't have it then, but yeah, I was playing hockey, and I was just not as technically and technologically advanced as you are. So congratulations, man. That's great.
For those who are watching and not familiar with you yet, why don't you tell me your backstory?
What story?
For those who are watching and not familiar with you yet, why don't you tell me your backstory?
Oh, backstory. Okay, so the band is comprised of me, my brother John, and Nick, our singer. We all grew up together. We went to the same elementary school. We all loved rock, and we all played instruments. So we just started jamming together, and one thing led to another. And then we started joining like Battle of the Band competitions with the school and with our little town that we grew up in. And then we won a bunch of the Battle of the Bands. We got some studio time, and then we ended up making our first record. We used that studio time to make the first record called The Lion and the Jester. We released it in 2015. We toured that baby for a couple of years. So I think we toured until about 2017, midway through 2017. And then we were like, okay, time to write the next record. So we started writing the next record, got it all written, got it all recorded up right before the pandemic. Pandemic came, and we were holding on to our record for the past 2 years now. And so now we got the new record. We got some music coming out because now the pandemic is, it seems like it's done, and we can play shows again, and we can release music, and life is good. You're allowed to party again. So yeah, that's kind of the backstory.
So you're basically the metal Jonas Brothers, if I'm sure. So tell me more about your album. Tell me about your album.
Okay. I think there's 10 songs on it. There's 10 tracks on it. We play like hard rock, kind of commercial radio rock, active radio rock, I would say. We're kind of in that realm. We focus on at least what we think is catchy melodies, and we contrast it. We try our best to contrast it with a little bit of heavier music. So our big thing, like our kind of recipe, is heavy music, catchy vocal lines, catchy melodies, to make a nice little blend. So I think we're kind of in the sweet spot between people that would love like really heavy stuff and people that like just can't really handle rock for that well. So like we're kind of in that nice little middle area where it's like we can get those people that God bless you. We can get those people that are like they listen to Slipknot and heavier bands like that, but also maybe even like the rock guys that maybe they like Imagine Dragons, and they'll listen to us too as well. So.
Do you have any plans for more singles later this year? Maybe an EP tracks?
No, so we released our first single on July 15th called This War. So that was just a couple of days ago. We have another single that will be coming out soon, not soon, but maybe in the next, I don't know, we have to figure it out, but maybe a month or 6 weeks. And then we have another one coming after that. So we have 3 singles coming out. And then we're going to be releasing the rest of our record. So the rest of the songs on the record. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. We got music videos, we got acoustic versions of the singles. We have some, you know, just great content stuff coming out in general, behind the scenes videos and stuff like that, like at the studio. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff, you know, coming out in the next couple of months.
Is it hard working with your brother?
It's the easiest. It's so there's the pros and the cons of it. Actually, it's so I would not want it any other way. The only reason why I think we're still a band is because me, John, and Nick are such good friends and we understand each other. And the good thing about working with your brother is, you know, me and my brother get along so well, but there's no hard feelings ever. So like if he comes up to me with an idea and I say that sounds like hot, steamy trash, right? Then he won't cry and be like, fuck you and you're a shit dude. And it's just like, all right. And even if we get into a fight, it's like, fuck off. And then, you know, 30 seconds later, we're good. So being in a band with your brother has such good perks. Also, he's such a good dude that like I'm a pretty aggressive dude. So he's the reason why we work so well. Is he's just a good person. So honestly, it's because of him. It's really nice working with your brother.
So basically, you guys can go tell each other. You guys can go die in a hole, and then 30 seconds later, yo, what's up, my broski?
Exactly, buddy. Exactly. And it's very similar like that with Nick too, because we've known each other for the past 20 years now, 23 years. So, you know, we respect each other, we love each other, and we understand that, you know, we have the same goal in the end. And even if we have a little bit of adversity before we reach that goal, you know, we know that our hearts are in it. So it really helps, to be honest.
What is this way about the U.S.?
What is the what about the U.S.?
What is this way about it? The war.
What is this war about? You said?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So this war is specifically a song about people facing adversities and having internal struggles. So, you know, everybody battles with something. You know, like some people battle with depression, some people battle with heartbreak, some people battle with anxiety, some people battle with, you know, drug addiction, some people battle with the loss of somebody, some people battle with their insecurities of themselves. Every single person suffers, and the song is about that. It's about, you know, everybody has to fight some type of war inside of them, and it's never ending. And you know, even at 11 years old, you know, you have issues that are not as colossal as someone who's, you know, 50 with a mortgage and kids and that kind of thing. But you still have your own little problems. Like I remember when I was 11 years old, I had my fucking problems. So no matter how old you are, you can relate to it. But that's what the song is about. It's just like everybody has something that they're dealing with, you know? Yeah,
like, you know, this might sound a little silly, but like at 5 years old, your action figure might have had an arm full on. That's a problem, I guess you could say.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. You're kind of like breaking up. What'd you say?
This might sound a little silly, but like maybe a 5-year-old, like one of their action figures, one of their arms got fallen off or something like that.
There you go. And that must have sucked, because if you like that action figure, you know, that's nobody wants their favorite action figure to lose an arm. And then guess what? Now you're in turmoil, right? And you got to solve that turmoil. That's kind of like what the song's about.
Yeah, don't end up like Oasis.
Like Oasis?
Yeah, don't end up like them.
How did Oasis end up?
It was fun. It just they had a little bit of problems with their brothers, and it broke up the entire band.
Oh no! Like I'll tell you one thing. My brother specifically is like he's my best friend. He's like my life partner. It would have to be an extremely macro event that was an anomaly situation that split us up. So not too worried.
So let's talk about your TikTok. You do
yeah.
TikTok. Okay. So are you a CrossFitter?
I'm not a CrossFitter. No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not really any type. I'm not a bodybuilder, powerlifter, or a CrossFitter.
You just work out?
What?
You just basically work out a little bit?
Yeah, I work out, and what I try and do is I try and relate to the average person more than anything. Someone who's just like, I don't want to be a bodybuilder and step on stage. I don't want to be a power lifter and step on stage. I don't want to be a CrossFitter and compete in competition. I'm trying to appeal to more like, I want to go to the beach and look good, take off my shirt, and when girls walk by, I'd be like a fucking stud, You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Like you want to show up to your class and you want to have fucking delts popping out of your shirt. You know what I mean? So, the ladies recognize you, and that's mainly what it's for. The other thing too is it's a lot of building people's self-esteem and just health and a healthy mindset where it's like, just because you're fit doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your whole life. You can be fit and have a good life.
So basically your entire workout career is in order to get some girls.
That's what everybody works out for. Right? Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. They're lying and they're liars. You'll learn one day. And it's not even if you don't want, even if it's not for girls, deep down inside, it's for girls.
Hey, I work out, man. But it's not like I had an actual gym. I go to boxing and I have all these things. So
boxing's amazing. I used to kickbox when I was younger.
Everybody kickboxes. Everybody.
I'd rather go boxing, to be honest, because I'm actually me and my buddies have been talking about signing up for boxing for the longest time. I have to pull the trigger on that, but yeah, I used to kickbox when I was younger, and it was incredible because the discipline it taught you, and how I was in better shape cardiovascular wise than I am now. So it's a really great sport, and you learn self-defense. So it's awesome. Just keep at it, man. That's what I would say.
Flex for the ladies.
Does it suck for the ladies, the boxing?
No. Do you flex?
Do I flex for the ladies? All the time.
Oh.
As much as humanly possible. If there's a lady and I can flex, I will.
Sun's out, guns out.
My man. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, you should see some of my TikTok videos. I use that exact line. You already know, though. Obviously, you already know.
Yeah. Look, what do you got in that drink?
Okay, it's a little concoction. Have you ever heard of Mio?
Mio? Is it like a new smart drink or something? Well, I mean,
no, it's like a flavor. It's a water flavor. So you drop it in your water and it gives it flavor. So
I know what you're talking about. Like, when you get you can make it lemonade, or you can make it like a blueberry. You can shake it up. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's exactly. So that's what I'm doing. So I have a little bit of Mio, a little bit of lemon in here. I'm drinking out of a Boston shaker because I'm a bartender, so I have some of this stuff, and this is just a mass. I'm a big dude. I want to get as much as possible, so I just use my big bar cup to drink it. But yeah, it's 0 calorie and it tastes fucking awesome. And yeah, so that's what I'm drinking.
You get a lot of groupies?
Do I have a lot of groupies?
Yeah, you get a lot of groupies.
Well, last time we went on tour, I was not as I was in terrible shape. And that was in 2017. So no, that's a hell no. Nowadays it's a little bit different. But yeah, well, we're not on tour right now, so we'll find out. We'll find out what the groupie situation is real soon. But hopefully more than less.
Did your girlfriend break up with you? Is that why you started working out a little bit more?
Exactly why.
Oh my God! I can guess this. I can get paid for this stuff. It's every single day. I can see them. Everybody keeps.
That was a good guess. That was a really good guess. But yeah, that's exactly what happened. I was in a long-term relationship. We broke up. And then I was like, well, I'm not letting that ever happen again. So then that's why I started going to the gym. I started improving all areas of my life. It wasn't just the gym, but the gym was one big thing that was very helpful. So yeah, you're smart. You're a smart boy, man.
In your face, B.
Do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Oh, man, this guy's fucking on it. How long have you been dating for?
Maybe we just started, basically, kind of.
This guy's a fucking player. I know a player when I see one. This guy. Which girlfriend is it?
It's like my 6th one. All right, here. I'm gonna go at you. All right, I'm gonna go at you. All right. Second grade, I had 2 girlfriends. I kissed one during picture day, which got me started. And then the other one of my friends, started dating me. And then in third grade, I had these 2 twin sisters. But I met them one at the first day, and then last night, well, not last night, but at night. This is crazy sometimes when I tell it now. They were like 8 years old, and I was 8, and they were like 5th grade. So it was like a third and 2 5th graders. And then now we're at this girl.
Wow. By the time you're my age, you're gonna be in Playboy Mansion, just walking around with all the models, man. You already know what you're doing. I remember I didn't even come close to that when I was your age. Congratulations, man, you little player. But I could tell a player when I see one. Fisherman, she's a fisherman from afar, buddy.
Hey, you gotta work at it, bro. You gotta get them tips.
Well, give us some tips. What are some tips for getting girls? Because this is very important for me.
Just be nice, and sometimes when you feel like it's the moment, sometimes you might want to take a risk. Because I remember at the night, I had to just take the risk for some reason. We were just talking, and then I just went in, and it worked. So sometimes you might want to take a risk. If your side becomes friends with them, take the risk. Take the risk, bro.
Fortune favors the bold, baby.
Just take that risk.
Okay, yeah, that's great. That's great advice. I'm gonna try that out. Be nice and take a risk.
Do you ever want to try to do any competition?
Fitness?
Yeah.
Okay, so no. I was gonna do one. No, that's not true. I was not gonna do one. The only way I would do a fitness competition would be a bodybuilding competition if I wanted to create more content for my TikTok and like make a series about it. Because I do fitness and everyone like you always want to change up the content that you're making, and so sometimes people get uninterested with what you're doing. And if it's one of those things where it's like, it'd be a really cool and fun thing, I think people would love to see it. Maybe I train for a bodybuilding competition, but it's not my thing. I don't like going on stage and posing. Like I like actually the sport of it. I actually enjoy watching it, but it's not for me to do. So I much prefer to show off my physique playing drums live in a concert. You know what I mean? So that's kind of my thing.
Okay, so you want to just be like a guy that watches it, but you're also jacked as well. Kind of. Is that basically?
What does what?
So you want to watch the sport, you like the sport, but you don't want to do it, but you also want to have a nice physique.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it, right? Like I appreciate the sport. There's some guys. Do you watch bodybuilding at all? Do you know anything about it or no?
Yeah, about like Arnold Schwarzenegger, the grandfather of it.
Yeah. Okay. So like the modern guys are like Chris Bumstead and these kind of guys. And like I'll watch them like do their thing, their prep, their competition.
Eddie Hall, remember Eddie Hall?
Yeah. He's a strongman, Eddie Hall.
Yeah, he's the one that like lifted like 3,000, like I think it was 618 or like 68 pounds, like this, like lifted it.
He's a machine. The guy is a machine. So yeah, like I'll watch those guys and admire what they do, but I'm not here to do that. I'm here to write a hit song,
What about Tommy Vext?
Tommy Vext. I'm a huge fan of Tommy Vext's music. I love his sound. I love Tommy Vext with Bad Wolves. I thought they were fucking making waves. The whole pandemic political thing, I just don't care to get involved, or I try and separate the people that I like from their political things. So I don't really care about what his political opinion really is. It's kind of a shame that they let their politics split the band up. In my opinion, I thought they were like really going to be something, which they were something already. But I'm a fan of Tommy Vext musically, 100% for sure.
Try to ever get a crossover with them, or their politicals are way too much.
Man, you're fucking good. What the fuck? There would have to be some serious thought, because really Tommy Vext kind of stained who he was for a lot of people, but really he found a niche audience. And, you know, I don't know, like Ascendia tries to stay out of politics because we're artists. So it's not, I don't care what side he's on. It's just, he's very hot on a side. And I don't know if I would want our band to be politically attached to someone who's that hot onto politics. So would I love to work with him musically? Yeah, fuck yeah, I would love to fucking work with that guy. Would I do it right now? That'd have to be a long discussion because there's a lot to talk about with that, unfortunately.
He's a good guy. I've interviewed him. He's a really good guy.
I don't dislike him. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't dislike him.
Him and my dad got really good along, and me and him, I kind of got involved with the politics, but I didn't really say anything about it. But like sometimes he would talk about it, and I would just say, you know, opinions and everything like that. It kind of sucks that you want to do stuff with your favorite artist, but you don't want to take that risk because it's the world we live in now because of their opinion. And
Yeah.
if you try to do anything with them, you might get hate or you might lose all your followers. It's crazy. It's a crazy.
It does suck. And the thing is, like, I don't necessarily disagree with some of the things he says. Or honestly, I don't really follow up on it. But some of the things I said, I've been like, I don't disagree with you. And there's other things where I'm like, well, I just don't know why it's necessary to even talk about. But yeah, it's stupid that if Tommy Vext said, hey, Billy, you want to work on a song together, I'd have to be like, well, your political opinion is this. And people think of you, this is fucking stupid. Like, we're trying to make music here, not, you know, so, but the world we live in is insane. Everybody cares so much about everyone's political opinion. And you know, if you work with them, you co-sign with their political opinion nowadays. I don't fucking know. So yeah, these are very very deep questions that are like, they would need a lot of thought, but like, I have nothing against the guy. I don't dislike him. I just don't care to hear his political stuff, you know?
Yeah, kind of like, you know, the guy from Track, you know, that guy.
No, I don't. I know. Oh yeah, isn't he like? Yeah. He's like really heavy on the same kind of boat as Tommy, right? Am I correct?
Yeah. Just like I really hope that they're kind of like brothers in like a thing because what happened is that all their careers basically got shut down a little bit. They got kicked out of everything. Everybody kind of hates them, but they do have some people like you kind of that like agree with them, but kind of disagree. I'm not trying to get you anything. Don't give them hate, guys. Please don't give them hate. I'm just trying to make a point.
I honestly, it doesn't even fucking matter. I don't care what people can fuck off. Like, I don't care what people think about me. I've never cared, but I just don't political opinions because one, I don't follow it enough to have a valid opinion. Like, if you want to talk about music, you want to talk about maybe psychology, you want to talk about chess, you want to talk about fitness, I would love to have conversations about that because I really know my shit. I'm not going to get into the world of politics. I think it's fucking stupid. I think it's shallow, and I think it just gets people in trouble. So I just don't go there. I don't venture there, you know?
Yeah, just the world we live in, I guess. If you have an opinion that somebody doesn't like, no matter how hard, like, your opinion can be true, there will always be that one person that will try their hardest just to make you seem bad because you have that opinion. It's crazy.
The other thing too is you have to understand we live in two different countries. Like, I live in Canada. We're very different than America. Like, you guys are way more politically charged, and obviously because of the pandemic, it all got politically charged. But I just don't care. I care more about music than I do about politics. So it's a very different landscape in Canada than it is in America as well.
He lifts weights. That's why Rose let him up sometimes. Tommy. He also lifts weights, so that's why sometimes maybe that's why guys you maybe do a crossover. Maybe you guys could do like a music video about you guys lifting weights or something like that, like with the metal thing, like that.
Yeah, well, he loves fitness too, and that's kind of why I like him too. I was like, this guy works out. He'll do workout videos. I just think his voice is fucking awesome, and I think he's a great writer. So that's like the extent of it for me. Trust me, there's a lot of guys that I really like listening to that have said some pretty shitty things where I'm like, honestly, if I was that guy, I would stop listening to your music, but I just kind of block it out. I'm just like, I don't care. You know?
Yeah.
People are human, man. People are human. They have their opinions, and you're not always going to agree with them. Trust me. So
you don't have to agree with them. It's just the thing is, I think in just 2020, everybody's opinion just started like I remember. Don't you remember if you had an opinion and it was okay and you could get away with having your opinion? People didn't really care back then. Remember in 2017, stuff like that? Nobody was like, if you like Trump, you're gonna, yeah, it's crazy now. If you like Trump, you could get canceled, but
yeah, you're not allowed to have an opinion anymore, to be honest. So
yeah, it's just sad.
or you're allowed to have it, but like you say it at your peril, kind of a thing. And yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy time we live in, and I agree with you, man. It's kind of a weird time for some things can float, some things can't float. That's why I just stay the fuck out of it because I just don't care that much.
What is your favorite memory from playing a show? Did you hear what I said?
Yeah. My favorite show that I played, we played this one festival down in Atlanta called Prog Power USA. Was that my favorite memory though? That was my favorite show. I think my favorite memory actually was maybe when we played in New York on our first tour, and we were playing at the Webster Hall, something like that. And I remember we were playing one of our songs, "Remember Me," on the old record, and Nick put the mic out to the crowd, and people just were screaming the chorus, and I was like, this is New York. Like in Toronto, we've had people know the songs, right? But in New York, we're like, this is a brand new territory. And when it gave me chills, I was like, holy fuck, this is so cool. Like being in a different place. It was our first tour, and people over there knew our song. Like that was definitely monumental.
What is on your rider? What is on your rider? Like your food, your drinks, what's on your rider?
Honestly, man, I'm super fucking low maintenance. Nothing really. Like, I just want some water. You don't mind?
You're just like the water guy. Like, yo, bro, water me up.
Yeah, water me up. Yeah, water me down. Maybe a little bit of baby oil so I can put it on my abdominals so they're shining when I'm playing. But other than that, I don't really. No, I don't care too much. I'm not one of those. I don't know. Maybe eventually, but hopefully not. I don't care. Give me some water and that's it. Very simple, dude.
Do you have a ritual before you go on stage?
I try my best to warm up if I can. Like, sometimes it's hard when you're the opening band. Like sometimes, you're obviously not getting the best, places to practice and stuff like that. So I try my best to warm up. Other than that, if I can get a good 10-minute warm up in, that's great. Other than that, now it's just like me, Nick, and John will get together. We'll kind of do like a hug and a little like, all right, let's fucking get this, let's go, and then get on stage. That's pretty much the ritual, I would say.
What is your worst memory from playing a show?
Oh, I've had so many of them. It was the biggest problem for me is because I'm a big dude and I hit really hard, things shift around and things break. So it was we were playing our first festival down in Atlanta, and my bass pedals broke. So I only had one bass pedal, and our songs are all double bass. So I was playing with one bass half the set, and this was like our biggest show. It was terrible.
Oh, man.
And then the thing is like you get thrown off because now you don't have that second bass. So you're trying to like do the coolest thing with one bass because you don't have the second one, and then it's just not fun. It's not fun at all.
Man, did you guys get booed off stage or something?
No. People loved us, but like they were just really pumped to see us because that was our first like American big show. So they were stoked to see us. But like, yeah, it was not fucking fun. I'll tell you that much.
Did anybody give you like confused looks like, what is he doing?
No one. Actually, it was funny because even I remember talking to people about it after, and they're like, "Oh, really? Your bass broke?" I was like, "Yeah, halfway through the set, man." So no, yeah, nobody really came up to me and was like, "Hey, that sounded like shit." But I thought it fucking. I was pissed off. That's for sure.
What is your favorite scary movie?
You know what? It's funny. I'm actually a really big fan of Exorcism of Emily Rose. I think that's one of the best horror films that was made, and the reason why. What?
if you want to know more about that, you should just search it up, and it goes on for documentaries. Like, I don't. What do you think? Do you think it was actually real? Because like they said that Hitler became a demon or something. Because they actually said that Hitler was inside of her and stuff. It was weird, and
Yeah.
then and at the very end, they almost got arrested, or did they get arrested or sued or something? Because they said that they were actually torturing the girl.
No, so what it was, this is why that horror movie was so good, was because it wasn't just a typical like, oh, demons killing you, exorcism, you're like haunted. Yeah, it wasn't that. What it really was it was based all around a trial, whether the priest was being negligent or not, because the priest was the one who was looking after Emily Rose, and he was using faith as much as possible to remove the demon, where the doctors were saying, no, she's just like schizophrenic and sick and epileptic and all these things. So the whole point was whether the priest was actually guilty of negligence for the death of Emily Rose. So it really was an interesting court case, and all based around whether it was an exorcism of a demon or if it was, mental illness, which is what I think is beautiful, because that's the biggest thing. Like, even now, people are like, no, it was definitely a demon, and other people are like, no, that person was just mentally ill, right? So it really played on that whole aspect of it, which I thought was a really smart way of doing it. I love the court case vibe, and I thought it was well done. So I honestly think that was really good. And if not that, I really love the first season of Haunting of Hill House. I don't know.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Good shit. Second one, I didn't like, by whatever.
And also the thing that kind of makes that case unique is that, like, about the girl, they said that she has some pretty unique demons. You know that, right?
Yeah.
She had like Hitler, and like she said that she even had Lucifer and stuff.
Yeah, so I know what scene you're talking about, and that's the coolest scene of the whole movie, and that's a scene I've wanted to write a song about. It was the demon when they were doing the exorcism. It was the demon inside of her said, I'm the demon that possessed Hitler. I'm the demon who possessed Judas. I'm the demon who possessed all of these ancient people that did horrible things. And it was the same demon that did it to all of these people. And that's the same demon that possessed Emily Rose. So yeah, that was like a crazy, crazy fucking scene. And I thought that was phenomenal, because I was like, oh yeah, like that's believable. Like all the shitty people in history were all possessed by the same demon. That's so cool. Like, what a great concept,
The only thing that I have about it, maybe you could too, it's just that I don't know why Lucifer or like all these demons randomly just like, you know what? I'm getting bored. How about we just go on to one person? How about all of us? How about we just have a good old time and jump on one person? Yeah. I just don't get that.
How did they arbitrarily choose Emily? I forget. I can't remember why it was, if there was really a reason. But that's nor here nor there. They have to get. I mean, it would have been really cool if they put some context to that. I agree with you, but maybe that will be the second one.
I mean, like, if they, the thing is, what I think maybe they should have done. I'm not trying to say, well, I would not trying to be on the good side. Oh God, over here. Oh God, over here and stuff. But like, what I'm trying to say, maybe they should have done something with a pope or like a really high member in the Catholic Church, stuff like that. I just like
yeah. It's a bit random that it was Emily Rose and not some significant character.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I do agree with that.
Like they should have went for like a higher up, like Lord and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, you're that would have been pretty cool too. But I think also the reason why is they don't, like, a demon wouldn't be able to possess a pope or a bishop or something, because they live.
Because they're so high up with God and how they're always like protected, always in holy water, always have crosses all over them.
And in church, they're always in the churches, right? Like, so.
Yeah, and demons really can't go on holy ground unless if they possess someone and then they go into a church and they kill everybody. That's how I got. That's what I'm getting, but yeah, I don't get it. I'm just trying to say things.
It's a great movie. It's very cool. I think it was really well done.
Do you watch Stranger Things?
I watched the first season. I fell off on the second.
Oh dang, dude! You got. What do you? Did you hate the second season? Or?
No, I didn't. I thought the first season was phenomenal. I thought the second season was really good. I can't remember why. I think something happened in my life at that point where it was just like, I didn't watch TV for like 3 months, and then I just.
Dude, you really need to start watching it because it's getting real climactic. Oh my God, sorry about that. But like, the end of the show is coming really soon.
Yeah.
Season 5 is gonna come like next year, like
Right.
August or something like that. I think so.
I just finished Peaky Blinders, which was fun.
Peaky Blinders, yeah. Man, it's crazy. Man, that's like so sad. That's so sad. Now he's got to start all over again.
Yeah, I love that show. Did you finish that?
Yeah, it's just crazy about that twist ending a little bit.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's fucking awesome. Like I thought that show was a 10. It was phenomenal. 5 stars for me.
Fun question time. You're on death row, and it's your final meal. It's time for your final meal. What's on your menu, bro?
Ooh, you can't do me dirty like this.
Yeah, but I am.
Fuck. Good question. I really like the first things that come to my mind are sushi and pizza. So I'd probably say if I'm going out with a fucking couple rolls of sushi in me, you know. So I'll say either sushi or pizza are like probably what it's gonna be. Yeah.
You know, you can also have like an entire buffet. It's your final meal, so they'll
Okay, fuck, give me it all, man. Give me sushi, pizza. Give me some wings, some ribs, mashed potatoes, some French.
There it is.
A chicken sandwich, and then for dessert we're gonna have some donuts. We're gonna have some lucamados, apple pie. We're gonna get the whole thing. Some ice cream. It's gonna be a time. Have you seen my TikToks at all?
Yeah, I have. I've seen
Okay,
it.
so today actually, later today, what time is it right now? It's like 2 o'clock or 1. It's 1.
2:20, basically 2:20.
I'm going to the Cheesecake Factory today, and I'm going to be eating 7 different slices of cheesecake as like a food competition. So I'm going to be having tons of different, just like all my favorite cheesecakes for promotion for the release of the new single. So yeah, I get to have my final meal whenever I want to be honest.
What kind of cheesecake do they got there? Do they got like Oreo cheesecake, like mint cheesecake? What do they got?
Where are you? Where do you live?
Niagara Falls.
Oh, you're in Niagara?
Yeah.
Oh, on the American side or Canadian side?
Like the American side, I'm like between, like, I can go to Canada. I am on the American side. I am not in Canada. I am not Canadian. I am Turkish though, but that's really far. But that's why I usually get this tan.
Hey, you got that beautiful Mediterranean skin. I see your glow.
Yeah.
I see you glowing. Yeah. So Niagara Falls isn't too far from you. You're only about, I don't know, an hour and a half to 2 hours.
You in Toronto or something?
Yeah, Toronto. Yeah. So we have Cheesecake Factories, and they have everything. Like I'm going to be doing like a Reese's Pieces one. I'm going to be doing a Cinnabon swirl. I'm going to be doing, a carrot cake, a chocolate fudge one, a tuxedo cheesecake. Like just so many. It's going to be fucking disgusting by the end of it. But
hey.
I'm pretty amped for the first bite of each one.
What are you touring? Where are you going to be touring?
Yeah. The plan is to get out on the road as soon as the team feels like it's necessary. In the beginning, because it's been a little while since we released music, we're going to start off by just getting some music out there, getting people back into the idea of us being active. We're going to play some shows, some more local style shows, but we're hoping by the time January rolls around, we're in full circuit.
If you could have any superpower, what would you choose? Any superpower?
Can I bring people back from the dead?
So a necromancer?
Sure.
If you want to bring people back to the dead, that's what they call necromancers.
Yeah. Is that a superhero or is that just being a fun?
Like sometimes they're superheroes, and like Doctor Strange, she can bring things back from the dead, but then like there's other people like Doctor Doom or stuff, something like that. Sometimes it can go wrong, and sometimes it can go good. Basically.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a difficult question. They all have their perks, but I feel like something along that line might be probably the most useful skill. That'd be great.
What's next for you?
What's next for me for music?
Yeah, like what's next for you? You're gonna make.
We're gonna be releasing some pretty cool stuff. We're going to be hopping on the tour circuit as soon as possible, and we're going to be getting back in the studio because we've had time to write another record, so we have a bunch of material that we're going to be doing. I'm also working on a little pop dance project, which is really cool. So I'm doing a little solo thing, as well as I'm doing the TikTok. So just like really trying to make some cool content and get some fun stuff out there, have a good time, and and slowly kind of merge the businesses together. So I want to have the music and the content creation become more infused. I mean, that's going to come when we start touring, day in the life on the tour, what I eat on the tour, how I train on the tour, that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a nice, merger of the two.
How do my followers follow you?
How do your followers follow me? So for first things first is Ascendia. So you can follow us on Instagram, Ascendia Music. We have Facebook, but your friends do not use Facebook. Other than that, YouTube, Ascendia Music is the same thing. And if you want to follow me personally, I'm on TikTok. I am Billy Love Baby on TikTok.
Okay. Well, thank you for being on my show. If the next time talks at the backstage on one of your shows, dude, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Enjoy that cheesecake, bro. Enjoy that cheesecake.
I'm gonna enjoy the fuck out of that cheesecake.
You need to. For me.
I will for you. I will for you. Don't worry. It's gonna be a good time. And I appreciate you having me on your show. This was a lot of fun. I like the curveball questions here.
Hey, no, man, it was my pleasure. Thanks for being on my show, man. I really do appreciate it.
All right, man. Love it, buddy.
Peace.
Take care.